From KMOV, this is News 4 This Morning.
We have now learned that at least one person has died in this accident behind me, and we're going to go ahead and zoom in because I want to point out something that we just noticed. As we zoom into this accident, you're going to see a lot of little yellow markers. Those are markers for shell casings, so you can tell a lot of shots were fired in this. $500,000 to help transform this Metrolink station into a stop for that high-speed rail. Now, as I make my way down here, the county board just passed a resolution to do this within the last 12 hours. So now it is up to IDOT to consider if this spot is a good stop for the high-speed rail. Police believe this girl is now in Kansas. That is all thanks to her cell phone. Police there say her cell phone was last pinged about 10 miles away from the Missouri border, because it was 4 weeks ago, right this very minute, that I was inside police headquarters speaking with Police Chief Sam Dotson about this new redistricting plan. It was 4 weeks ago that he promised this plan would make the city of St. Louis safer. So I sat down for a one-on-one interview with him to ask, did it work? And the chief of police tells me that cold weather larcenies have been on the rise this year. Here's what he says happens. People are getting ready inside, then they run outside quickly. They get in their car for just a second, turn it on, crank up the heat, leave it on as they go back inside to get ready. It is still unclear if that person who died was shot by one of the officers, or if that person died because of that crash and you saw the damage of that car, or if that person died from the fire involved. And I want to use what's around me right here. You have a stop sign. I think I can speak for a lot of people in Illinois when I say just stop it with all the bad weather. Stop it with the droughts, the flooding, the tornadoes, and of course this bad winter. So keep in mind this morning that if you leave your car running and alone for 5 minutes or more, police can actually give you a ticket for $100. That $100 would look a lot better than if you see this happening to your car, someone driving off in it. Chief Dotson tells me that really the Boston Marathon bombing should be in everyone's minds whenever they go to these big public events just like Mardi Gras. While he says he wants everyone to have fun tomorrow, he also remembers this scene that unfolded last year. This is the first information that we have gotten from police confirmed. I do want to tell you, in that car we've been showing you all morning, there were 2 people in it, and it is now confirmed that one person has died. We are going to go ahead and speak to Police Officer Brian Shellman with St. Louis County Police. And just to start this off, Officer Shellman, what can you tell us?
Well, at approximately 2:30 a.m.
And real quick, it does sound like, guys, that 3 people were in that car. Again, it was speeding down Woodson Road. It crashed. It went into flames. As police responded, it sounds like the passenger pulled a gun and started shooting at that, we think, St. John's officer. Again, we are thinking that officer has non-life-threatening injuries. It does sound like the driver in this, though, did pass away. There was someone in the back. They were able to get her out. We are going to continue to talk to Officer Shellman. I'll have more information for you guys coming up in my next full report at 5:30. Let's go ahead and send it back to you guys. Go ahead, check out what we found. Just a ton of ice over there at that gas station. Oh wait, that is the kind of ice we want. That is the good news. What we don't want is any ice to get on the roads, and the city street crews tell me they are doing everything they can to make sure that doesn't happen. Emily, I want to start off by telling you that I just got an update from St. John Police that say the St. John officer who was shot in the chest this morning is okay. He has already been released from the hospital. But out here where that accident happened, we are at Natural Bridge and Woodson. You see a MoDOT pickup truck just got to the scene. The person there is putting up some cones because check it out. That is where that accident happened today. You see that there is a lot of dirt and just burnt area around there. That is because that is exactly where the car caught on fire. Let's go ahead and show you what it looked like back around 2:30 this morning. This is going on about 10 hours now. This all happened at 2:30 when an officer saw a car just speeding down Woodson and then crash here at this intersection. The officer went up to the car, tried to help those people, people, and as he was helping, someone from inside that car pulled a gun, shot the officer. Luckily, that police officer had a bulletproof vest on. Again, we do know now that he is okay, but we also know one person in that car has died. We are going to go ahead and take you to a separate scene. This crime scene is on Angler, just about a mile from where that first scene is. You're going to see a couple of cop cars there. We are told that this is where the suspect, the person who has now died, left. And this is also where he had been staying overnight. Now, we're not exactly sure if he had been living there or what happened here previously, but police do say he left from here and then ended up crashing here. Now, back out here at the scene, the person who died was not the only person in that car. 2 other women were in it. One is okay. Another had severe burns. She is still in the hospital. This is a story that you can imagine is still unfolding with those 2 crime scenes. County police are the lead investigators in this. They are still working both of these investigations. But the good news in all of this, Emily, is that that police officer is expected to be okay. We will have more on this coming up on News 4 at 5 and 6 o'clock tonight. For now, though, we're live in Woodson Terrace. Laura Hettiger, News 4.
She joins us live from police headquarters. And Laura, you're holding the chief accountable on this, aren't you?
I am, Andre, because it was 4 weeks ago, right this very minute, that I was inside police headquarters speaking with Police Chief Sam Dotson about this new redistricting plan. It was 4 weeks ago that he promised this plan would make the city of St. Louis safer. So I sat down for a one-on-one interview with him to ask, did it work? He says, yes, based on his initial evaluations of redistricting, it has worked here in the city of St. Louis. It's accomplished what it was supposed to do. That's to reduce crime and also balance the work of all officers in each of the 6 new districts.
4 weeks into this, I'm very pleased with what I'm seeing. Our goal was to take the workload, the amount of calls for service, balance it throughout the city, take the crime that's happening and put officers into those neighborhoods where the crime is happening, when it's happening, and so far it looks exactly like we expected it to.
And so far this year, the chief tells me that crime in the city of St. Louis is down 20%. He credits that to 2 things. First off, redistricting, and also just the brutally cold winter temperatures. Now that he has been the head of this department for more than a year and his biggest initiative has been put in place, I had to ask, what's next? You'll hear that coming up in my next full report on this at 6 o'clock. For now, though, we're live at police headquarters. Laura Hettiger, News 4.
Roll the window down, Laura. See, Laura, did you buy any of the cookies from our boss, Brian?
Ooh.
Not yet.
Oh, you can't not see. I did, Brian. I did buy cookies from you. 4 boxes, actually. Laura didn't. I did. But you know what? You can just download this app and find them other places since you didn't buy them from our boss.